Hi everyone. I am back to show a little mini booklet that I made. Hope everyone is having a good Friday. This is actually for a swap. It is for Jeannie Marshall's little booklet of ideas swap, and it had to be 3 inches wide by 7 inches tall, or 3 by 7. I guess you could also do it, this way. I don't know, I just know it was 3 by 7, so mine is 3 inches wide by 7 inches tall. It had to have a scrapbook paper cover, and it had to have 5 pages in it, folded in half. So 10 pages, 5 folded in half. So those were really the only specifications: paper cover, 3 by 7, and 5 pages. And it is called Little Booklet of Ideas. Like, you're supposed to put little ideas in it. So this is actually the first swap that I've ever done. I actually signed up for 2 swaps this month, even though I've never done swaps. So I might have bit off more than I can chew. So there might be some late nights in my future on top of customs and design teams. And then I went ahead and added 2 swaps this month, even though I've never even done one. But this one is super cute, and I thought it would be fun. I've never done anything this small. And the other one is vampire themed, so I got excited and signed up. So they will be done on time. Just like I said, be some late nights probably. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. I used this beautiful Tim Holtz double-sided scrapbook paper with these really pretty birds. I rounded all the corners on the cover and on the inside. I use this really pretty, I don't know, picks up on camera, but I use this really pretty thread to sew in the signatures. And then I used some green seam binding ribbon, because the bird has some green in it, to kind of bring that out. And then on the cover, I used this pretty pink lace, and I ran some eyelash trim through it. So one, I guess that could be considered an idea on the cover also. But I liked the colors with it, and I kind of liked all the fibers, because birds, oh, sorry, I'm going out of focus, because, birds have their nest. So I don't know, I kind of liked all the little fibers sticking out everywhere. So that is the cover. It got super chunky, hence the closure that I added. Let's go ahead and get right in it. This is the other side of the Tim Holtz paper. Since it was only a paper cover, I went ahead and reinforced the spine with some Tim Holtz Music Note washi. I didn't want to do it on the outside, obviously for the image, so I just ran some on the inside. And then this little pocket actually comes from Paper Life by Lynn's Wildflower Kit. And then I've got, let me see if I'm in frame. Then I got a couple of little Tracy Fox tags in there. They're super tiny and cute. Let me see if I can get those back in there right. And then over here, I have some crocheted trim, and then this pretty little green button, and then some more of that pretty thread. And this image right here is also from Lynn's Wildflower Kit. I just shrunk it down a little bit, well, like cut it down a little bit, rounded the corners, and I actually made it a flip out. So that was like my first idea, is a flip out. I tried to do every page different, rather than just, decorating it. I tried to, since it was called, a booklet of ideas, I tried to keep each page different. And for the little flip out, this is some background paper, also from Lynn's Wildflower Kit. I had just, those like little like slivers once you cut your papers down. I like that by that. I had some of those, but I really liked the look of them, so I used that and inked it up to make the little flip. So all 3 of these are from that kit. Oops, sorry. So there is idea number 1, little flip out. On the second page, I used some Tim Holtz paper and just made a little tuck right there, and then I fussy cut out around this Tim Holtz bird stamp and added it. And this is also from Lynn's Wildflower Kit. Again, I cut it down, rounded the corners, and I had printed some more of her background papers on the front. So you can actually journal on the front and the back. Just made that like a little booklet. Goes in the pocket. And this is a little claim check that I got from Diane at Shellcraft One, and I believe Selena at Amore Fabrics has these in her shop. I know she did. I don't know if she still does. I guess I probably should have looked. Okay, now that's gonna bug me. I'm being OCD on camera. And then I've got some vintage music paper. And then over here, I tried to kind of bring out the yellows. So this has some yellow flowers, and then I also added some yellow lace. This is just the Tim Holtz wallpaper. I thought the grays went nice with the blue. So I just cut down the wallpaper, added the lace, and then I used my Martha Stewart punch, a little Tim Holtz word here. And then I've got some of these little definition cards, and I thought these were cute because one of them is to decorate and one is pretty. So to decorate, pretty. So I thought that was appropriate. I just stuck those in the little pocket. So like I said, I try to do different ideas. Like this is a flip out. This is a little, corner pocket. This is a little punched, like long middle pocket. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope this is what she was looking for. All of these seem kind of like basic ideas to me, like things we see all the time in journals. So I hope it is good enough. I don't know if we were trying to think of like new things no one's seen before. So like I said, I hope this is good. Oh, and this blue paper is Kool-Aid dyed paper. And on this side, this is also from Lynn's Wildflower Kit. It's like, I think they're supposed to be like belly bands, but I just cut it down a little bit and made it a little side tuck. And then this is just some scrap Tim Holtz paper that I turned into a journaling card. I liked it because it had the greens and maroons, just like the flowers on the little edge tuck. And then since that's mainly the maroons is covered and you can only see the green, I used maroon thread to kind of bring those two colors out. This is actually from Danny at Junk Journals and More. When I would buy eyelash trim from her, they were always on these, and I've been saving them. So I just wrapped some maroon thread around it and then used some little Tim Holtz washi to hold it down. And then here is some like some vintage Theosaurus paper. And then over here, this is just a Tracy Fox, little pretty Tracy Fox butterfly ephemera. And this trim right here is actually the cutoff from this little piece right here. I didn't want it, being, too long or hanging down too far. So I trimmed it and had that little piece laying there and thought it'd be, fun to use. I mean, you really can use just like the smallest little pieces and it makes it kind of pop. And then I made this little envelope. Again, I thought the colors went well, but I had some scrap. I actually used this paper in the wildflower journal that I made by Lynn. And so I had a scrap piece of it and I thought the colors went. And then this again is another one of the little cutoffs from one of her background pages. It's really pretty and it has like some hints of blue in it. Sorry, I'm all over the place. It has some hints of blue in it. Even some like reds in it. I don't know if it picks up on camera. So anyways, I just made that to go in the envelope. And then you can also, sorry for the bouncing. And then I also left it open in the back. If you wanted, you could tuck something behind there. Have this in here and tuck something behind there. Or you could even fold the envelope down and have something tucked in there. But I kind of liked it open. but that is a little open space if you want to add something. See, now it's crooked. And again, like I said, all the pages are rounded this time. And over here, I have a coffee dyed glassine bag, and then this is one of Elizabeth's images that I added to the glassine, and then I put some purple lace down here, and then here is the rest of that claim check from that pocket right there. I just tore it off the bottom. It actually comes, you know, with 3, but I made the rest of it like a little tag and added some eyelash trim, and you can journal on the back, or you can even tear the bottom one off and use it. Then I've got a strip of vellum that has been printed on. Like I said, I keep all of the little cut-offs because you can use them for stuff. Then I've got some ledger paper, and I like how it has the, you know, the greens and the pinks. And then over here, this is also from Lynn's kit, another little Tim Holtz word phrase down here. And then I have these 2 little tickets that are actually from Artie Mae's. So it has a lot of just like random pieces in here. I usually, when I make a journal, you know, use a specific kit and then maybe pull a few pieces. So it was fun kind of getting to go through my stash a little more on this. But yeah, I just turned the little circle into a little tuck, added a couple little tickets and a phrase. And then over here, I have a fabric ruffle and button that both Leah made the ruffle, and she sent me a few of these hearts, and then I also bought some. So I don't know if this is one I bought or one from her, but either way, she sent me some. But she made this beautiful ruffle. And again, the little heart has some string in it, and this is avocado dyed paper. Here is a vintage book page, and you can see the patina on it. It's nice and old. And then over here, I have another little corner pocket made out of some Tim Holtz paper, but this one is one of the little flip-ups. So you can, you know, flip it up and journal, flip it down. And then in this one, I actually added a piece of stationery that I got from Heather. I thought it'd be fun to show that you could also, you know, use stationery in your journals if you wanted to. And this is a little the Booksmith booklet. I bought a bunch of her little booklet printables, and she gives you, I think, like 3 covers in each kit, and then you've got like the strips of paper that you can glue in. So that is just one of those little booklets, and they both tuck right in. And then on the middle, I actually had left this loose, you know, kind of like this page, how they all have the little flaps in it. I had this loose, so, you know, I would have been decorating this page, and then these would have been flaps. But since it's a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and the top hole is above it, and the bottom hole is below it, it was only held on in just this one spot. So, I mean, if you grabbed it, you could kind of like wiggle it. So I ended up gluing the bottom parts down, that way it stayed in place, and then I just made them some large tucks. Oh, sorry, I'm out of frame again. So you could stick really whatever you wanted in there. They're nice sized. And then I just put a journaling card in each one, and these are also from Elsie Bell's bookshelf. And you can journal on the backs of those or add whatever you wish. And then here's that pretty thread. And then over here, I actually, when I was doing the Pink Godberg challenge like a year or so ago, I had made a bunch of these book pages that I decoupaged and sewed around. I had several of these pieces laying around, and I just added a couple of these vintage rosettes. I actually got these from Diane Hubert, I think is her last name. Sorry, I can't remember right now. But Diane H, I bought these from her shop, and they're really vintage. And I put them on a paint chip. I've seen people use paint chips, but I actually never have. But I liked the colors, the green and the pink, how it all went together. So I put it on the paint chip, rounded the corners, inked it, obviously cut it down, and then I also left it opened. So if you wanted to tuck something in the edge right there, and then I put this sparkly gold eyelash trim. It's like the tinsel eyelash. It's really pretty. And there's that vintage book page. And then I love how all these colors go. You know, the green, pink, green, green and pink, green and pink, green. I don't know. I just really love those two pages together. So anyways, this is another one of the like belly band things from Lynn's Wildflower Kit. And again, I used it as a side tuck. And this time I cut down one of Elizabeth from Elizabeth's Bookshelf's floral botanical cards, like one of these. I just cut it down even more, rounded the corners. So again, you can journal on it. And I love how when I coffee dyed it, like the flower impression came through. I think that's really neat. But I chose it for the greens and pinks. And then I had just this random piece of ephemera that had the greens on it. So those just tuck in there. And on this side, I've got another little Tim Holtz word. This one came from Lynn again. So as you can see, I used a lot of Lynn's and Elizabeth's kits. They're very pretty, and they actually go really well together since they're all florally. But yeah, this one is from Lynn. Again, I cut it down. I used some avocado dyed eyelet trim and a little button. And this one is actually a flip up. But on this one, instead of flipping out, it flips up. Then I also put a little pocket with a little ticket in it. So I was hoping those weren't like too similar of ideas, since I did a flip over here. The same kind of journaling card. Again, like this one flips up instead of sideways, but I was hoping it would seem like a different idea since it was not only up, but also had the pocket. But yeah, you can take the ticket out and journal on this paper, and then you could also journal on the back of the ticket. And again, these are scrap background pieces from Lynn's kit. This is Artie Mae's. There's the other side of that ledger. And then over here, this is another, I guess I can take it off real quick. This is from Elsie Bell's bookshelf, and I really liked the blue to match the journaling card and the pinks in it to match the avocado dyed paper. So you can journal on that. And then I've got another one of Lynn's little task journaling cards that I cut down, rounded the edges, and inked. And instead of putting it in the little corner pocket, I paper clipped this one on. Sorry, I like the flowers showing. Okay, got that on. So in this one, I paper clipped that on, and then I tucked a journaling card behind it. And on this side, which I was trying not to show you, so it'd be a surprise when I got to this page. On this side, instead of tucking something behind the journaling card, I actually decorated the journaling card. I added some dark brown sparkly trim, a butterfly, and some little bling. And normally I would trim this down, but I kind of liked it long because it filled out the page more. So then that was like a whole page. So I was thinking those could be two separate ideas, you know, one tucked behind, one decorated. There's the other side of that thesaurus page. And over here I embossed some craft card, which I think it turned out really pretty. I did a little Tim Holtz washi, and then I just put a few different pieces in there. I have this little alteration tag. Again, everything has been inked. And then I have this little postcard, so you can journal on the backs of all those. And then this one, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got some faint blue in it. It's from Seneca Pond's, her beach kit. I think it's like Salted Kisses or something, but it's just a little booklet. Sorry, none of these are looking like I had them. I will have to get everything back in place off camera. So on the back side of it, I fussy cut a little butterfly and put it on this cute little repair tag that I actually got from Danny. And then behind it, just a little piece of ephemera. So this is a tag, like instead of putting a tag in a pocket or a belly band, it is the pocket. Sorry, that's getting all tangled up. I'm gonna have to trim that once I get off camera. I'll trim that a little bit. But yeah, I use the tag as the pocket, which I like to do. The other side, that music paper. And then over here, the idea was more about like doing an altered paper clip. So again, I had a scrap piece of paper and I, you know, cut it like a banner, put it on the paper clip. I added this pretty little blue lace and some more bling. And then I just tucked another one of Elizabeth's journaling cards behind it. I guess I don't have to pull it out. But it's just like all her other floral botanicals. I just, you know, inked it and it rounded the edges and inked it. You can journal on the back. So this page is more about the altered paper clip idea. And on this side of it, I made a little booklet. This is one of Elizabeth's journaling cards. And again, I just rounded it and made it a little booklet. I sewed it in. This was just some scrap paper that I decoupaged and stamped on. A little piece of blue paper with a white embossed flower, some coffee dyed paper, and just the flip sides of those. So I turned a journaling card into a little booklet and put it on the back of that paper clip. And then down on the bottom, I used some texture paste. And normally I go over texture paste with some distress inks, like I was going to do pink or maybe a light blue, but I kind of liked the white. And then again, you just have the reinforced washi. And I was thinking about putting some trim on the side, but with the washi there, I thought it would look weird having, you know, washi there, trim here. So I decided just to leave the back plain. So that is it. That is my 3x7 5-page little booklet of ideas for Jeannie Marshall's swap. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope that there was enough ideas in there, that it wasn't too... I hope that it's what you were expecting. Sorry, apparently I cannot speak today. Well, I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I hope this is what she was looking for. Thanks.